isn't it? My goodness, what weather we have. Wyoming, a little vampire. Yeah, but GB, how are you this morning? Everybody, I haven't gotten to my emails this morning. I got up a little bit late for some reason. Showered, got the coffee, got mom ready, and here we are. What is the quote of the day? Good persuasion works because our ancestors needed to live. What does that mean? I'll have you give that a little bit of thought. Status, finest frog hair. You know, you can always tell when someone's in your generation because, you get those little hints there. Tracy, good morning. How are you? Uh, this Carmelo Anthony is taking a turn, as a matter of fact. Oh, 7 o'clock. Wyoming. Well, I'm on my second cup. I'm on my second cup. After this live stream, yes, we're going back to exposing Jedediah Brown until all of my videos are depleted. So, but this time I want to talk about Carmelo Anthony's family and the Metcalf family, right? Because there seems to be some kind of clickbait, grifting, all that wonderful things going on, but people are waking up, and I don't mean the white people, I mean the black community. There's Beth, good morning. So, what do I want to play first? I did this in Chat GPT. Oh, by the way,
The
so
core of racism in America is the belief, whether conscious or unconscious, that people can be ranked, valued, or treated differently because of race, combined with historical and social systems that have reinforced those beliefs over time. Different schools of thought place greater emphasis on individual prejudice, historical institutions, economics, or psychology, but they generally agree that racism involves both ideas about human differences and the unequal treatment that can result from those ideas.
so what is racism? What is it? Why does it happen? And why is it continued in America today? These are questions I have running around.
Dad Jeff Metcalf over the
And,
racist thing.
sorry about that. These are things that I have running around in my brain for quite some time, several years actually. What is it? Uh, do black people and Hispanics have the same rights and privileges that white people have? I'm being serious about this. Yes, I'm a white person. I don't understand white privilege. I seriously don't, and I want to learn about it. I honestly do because I don't understand it. I never did. Uh, yes, there was black slavery. There are all kinds of slavery going on in the world as we speak right now. You have child slavery, you have sex slavery, all of this stuff, right? What is it about African American that racism still exists? And I truly want to know. I don't want to start a fight. I don't want to start a fight. I just want to understand it so I don't, kind of hurt people's feelings. But I'm gonna anyways. To an extent, I believe racism is a tribal construct. I believe that too. I believe it's handed down from generation to generation. Now, in the coming days, I had to say it. Some information has popped up about this Matthews woman. The woman that said it's a modern day lynching. right? Use lynching to set off Black Americans, right? So, okay, here's one example of white privilege. Do you get followed when you walk in a store? I have. I absolutely have. I absolutely have. Yes. I went to this little roadside store, right? And shoot, I can't remember the name of it. They had all these neat little uh they're not antiques, they're a little gift store thing, right? Actually, I've been watched in several stores, actually. Not the big stores that I know of because they have cameras everywhere, so they're watching everybody. But yes, and it made me feel so uncomfortable. I'm like, why are you watching me like a hawk? I'm just trying to see your products. And so what I did was I felt so uncomfortable, I left. And I thought, if you want to watch people that honestly want to buy something and you have to watch them like a hawk, I don't want to do business with you. Yes, that has happened to me on a few occasions. So yes, it was well, not really even a souvenir shop. They have little knickknacks, all this little cute stuff, and one of these unique stores, right? Yes, it has happened to me. So I don't know. Do you get watched more because you're black in a CVS or Walgreens or something like that? I really want to know. Uh, well, I appreciate the examples. I really, because I want to learn. I truly want to learn. And I have a few videos I'm going to play this morning. Right. Okay. Because Carmelo Anthony's parents left him. They they didn't even stick around to console him. They left the courtroom. They just vanished. A lot of people are upset. There's one huge activist that actually ended up apologizing to Mr. Metcalf, right? So, do okay, say it's a black-owned store, okay, and I don't know what kind of store. Let's just say like a CVS or something. I don't know, a smaller version of CVS. Does the black owner watch the black people for stealing more than white people? This is what I want to know. In all seriousness. Yeah, every time, no. But you know what I do? I offer it. I I offer it. So when well, actually, I don't go to Walmart anymore. I don't go physical shopping anymore. But when I did, I would walk up to the person that was, checking receipts, and I'd have my receipt ready, right? And I would say, "Here's my receipt," because why do they check the receipts? Because you usually have big items that aren't bagged, right? And they want to see the receipt, make sure you pay for it. That's my assumption. I'm assuming makes an ass out of you and me, you know. Um, but what if it was a black run store? Do they watch you like a hawk? If a black person goes in the store? It, these are just questions. I want to understand. I honestly do. So, yeah, they just left her son there, right? Uh, Wyoming's receipts get checked. Costco. I've never shopped at Costco. Honestly, I never did. But There's not a Costco around here, so, but, Tracy, I know where you work and they watch everybody. Yeah, I mean, do you have to be a thief because you're black? Do you have to be a thief because you're white? I was at a grocery store. Um, my mother and I were leaving after we checked out, and we almost got run over by a white woman with a cart full of meat. She almost ran us over. And I'm like, hello. And of course, being on the job, I chased her down. She was throwing all this meat in a car. And I had no authority to ask her. I said, "What are you doing? You almost ran my mother down." And come to find out, she stole all the meat. And of course, I called the cops and everything like that to take care of that. Costco is consistent in checking every receipt. Ah, yeah, it's not. Uh, don't feel bad for asking, questions because hey, Saint, good morning. I do have to answer my emails. I answered one or two, and I gotta get back to it. So is it this thought process? I'm black, so they're watching me, or is it I'm black, so they're watching me so I don't steal because I'm black. Uh, this is what I'm wondering. Is it that thought process? And I think it goes to persuasion, right? And ancestral handing down generation after generation what we're being taught, right? When I grew up, there wasn't any talk about racism. There just wasn't. There was a lot of talk about treating people the way people treat you, not because of their color. Now, I know there's a thing where black people, and excuse me saying black people, it's just the way my generation talked. Okay, I am not politically correct in my terms. Okay. Can I travel anywhere in a car? Well, I don't have a car. But, yes, I can, I guess. I never thought about it. Rural areas. Well, I live in the mountains. Now, I have to tell you that and I'm glad you brought that up. Um, this is mostly white here, okay? It's very noticeable when we see a black person driving. Okay, it's very noticeable. Does everybody stare? No. It it we don't. We just noticed, "Oh, there's a black person driving a car." Okay. So, you know, the large cities. Hmm. I spent most of my life in Florida, so there was always that mixture, right? Hispanics, blacks, whites, and the places I lived, like Sarasota, we didn't have that problem that I noticed. Now, maybe being white, I don't notice things. Is that possible? Yes. It is most possible because I'm a white person. I don't notice it. Now, I know there's a thing that black people teach their kids when they get pulled over. Don't move your hands. There's a whole scenario that they teach their kids to do. Okay. Uh, guess what? My parents taught us the same thing. Just so, I don't know if that's a thing, or is that just good policy for anybody? And being on a job, you don't want the driver or passengers to make any sudden moves. You don't. Because you don't know if they have a weapon or something in the car. Um, Status. I'm black. They're watching me. A social construct. which the race being, oh, where's my glasses? Damn it. Why don't I put my glasses on before I get in here? Ah, inductory depends upon. I think it's taught. I think racism is taught. Go ahead, slap me down, throw all I'm a racist. You know how many times I've been called a racist? It's ridiculous. And you know what? I gotta get my glasses. And this is a serious discussion because I think we all have to learn. And I want to have a meeting tonight as well on some stunning information that has come out about this Williams person. Where the hell have I put my glasses? You see, when you get old, you kind of forget what you're doing, and I guess I can't find them, so I'll have to I'll have to wing it and squint. Um, I don't know who performed at a bar. I don't know. Karis, a black man knocked on my dad's door and told him his friends left him. He had a bike, but didn't know where he was. He asked directions, but where he wanted to go was too far. My dad does him or helped him. What is that? What does that mean? So, are we taught racism? Did any of us live during the horrific slavery days? Did we? I know, conscious, you don't understand what it is to be black. No, I don't. Do you know what it feels like to be white? Do you know what it feels to be like Hispanic? No, we don't. So when you say you don't understand, I want to understand. I want to learn. That's what we do. Oh, Karis is banned. Okay. Uh, are there racist white people? Yes. Yes. Are there racist black people? Yes. Yes. Are there racist Hispanic people? Yes. Yes. All of us. And I don't mean us individually. I mean all of the races are racist. And we have to do better. We have to learn better. We have to teach our children better. Are there incidences where the cops pick on black people more than white people? I don't know. People will say yes. Conscious, you're wrong. They definitely do. Okay, but what areas does this happen? Um, Tribalism, yes, Hiram. And that's another subject I was gonna get into. Um, and it's part of the fate model, right? Um, but what's going on with the Anthony and Metcalf case? This actor Best Williams. There's a lot of things coming out about her. I'm not going to share on here because I don't want Bony Ass to get his hands on the information. I just don't. Okay, so let's go to a couple of clips while we think about how we feel about other races. Okay.
Dad Jeff Metcalf over the racist things he have said.
There was no black jurors. You know why? Because you can't be unbiased, you dumb shits. If you answer the question, I can't send a black man to jail because he's black, you're not getting on the jury. You're so unintelligent, you can't even fill out the form correctly. You don't even know who your daddy is because 78% of you don't have your father in the home anymore. You got baby mamas running around with 8 kids so they can get EBT cards to feed you all.
And he also
Pause there. That's all he played. So how does that make black people feel? But the entire, well, I don't think it was even an interview. The father just lost his son. Was he talking about black people? Yes. Was he talking about white people? Yes. Was he talking about Hispanic people? Yes. Because this short clip takes your mammalian brain and your emotions and sends you to the moon. And it's designed that way. Absolutely 100% designed this way. That's why the news takes these little clips and says, "Ah, see? Ha, he said it." But you didn't play the whole clip. So this makes Metcalf look like a racist, right? Right. And this is how uh news media, um, YouTubers, and all in between people get people rised up and angry. And so their emotions take over, their critical thinking goes to the wayside. Hiram, it's so good to see you. I hope I said hi. Yeah, it goes both ways. But he was talking about black people, white people, and Hispanic people. But this guy didn't play that clip. He just played what he wanted his audience to hear. So that clip viral, just that little piece of what he said was it's disgusting the way people use things to their benefit and just to get people riled up. Just like saying this Williams, this is a modern day lynching. Well, what do you think lynching is going to click into the black race people? Ah, lynching. I noticed Jed talked about it too. Idiot. Uh, we all get some trash amongst us. Yes, we do. I mean, what do they call people? White trailer trash? I don't know. Uh, yes, Tracy. They use and I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about everybody. They use trigger words, right? And that just gets us all upset and just angry and son of a bitch. Let's go after them and what's that one movie? Hang 'em High or something like that. Let's continue on.
revealed a lot of things that's about to happen with Carmelo Anthony in the appeal team that's been assembled by the way of his dollar. And he said the family is not going to have to ask anybody for anything. He also revealed that lawyer Carmelo Anthony had most definitely sold him out. He going to tell you how, but I'm going to give you a little spoiler. That GoFundMe money went to that goddamn lawyer.
Did it? Did it?
And that lawyer advised Carmelo Anthony's parents to do one particular thing that was in the best interest for Carmelo Anthony, for them not to do it. It's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna have to watch it. You gonna have to watch it. But it's gonna blow your mind.
Yeah. Look at how you talk. Thank you, Miss Haley.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Austin Metcalf, daddy. He a little short, sons was taller than him, and he's angry right now. And I know he's getting all kind of donations. He got him a new truck. Boy hadn't been able to get him a new truck in forever. The mom, she don't want the limelight. Why? She's really hurting and mourning and grieving from the death of her son. Dad has been disconnected from it. So when the story comes out, you're gonna find out the dad was abusive, drunk, violent, not very well liked, couldn't keep a job. The dad was fucked up. That's why the mother has distanced herself from him. This mother and father who have a dead son together, you haven't seen him on camera one time, standing by his side, consoling him. She won't even let him touch him. She moves from him. How lonely can he be? Oh, I would hate that, man. Won't even hug him. That's why he's so angry over there. He don't have a family. He jealous of Carmelo's dad because the man got a family. The man got good credit. The man had a great job high-end car salesman. Carmelo, the other man, little short, pudgy fudgy, barely could keep it all. I lost it. I lost the green.
Now, that story is going to change rapidly. When people find out the facts, the truth, then things shift, right? The things change. Let me see what I got.
The trial.
Yeah, I don't want to play that one yet. The man speaking, I'm trying to think of his name and I just can't. But he's going to come on.
The
Wrong one again. Can't just stop that. Yes, two young men have taken a horrible turn. But here we are. Absolutely. Hiram couldn't say it better.
This as a podcast episode. I said this in the previous video that Carmelo Anthony's parents set him up for failure. They saw an opportunity to exploit his situation and make money off of it, and they did. All right. Had a conversation with someone close to me, and
Hey, Sherry.
you know, they were like, people are trying to push this bias that black people can't come from money. Didn't know that they were upper middle class. I knew the Frisco area was pretty affluent, but I didn't get that deep into it because what they make is none of my business. But it's the optics. It's all about the optics. Even if they planned on moving, even if they already had the money to move, it's the timing of it all. You raised over $500,000, and instead of putting that money into a high power criminal defense attorney, you decided that you wanted to buy a house and do all sorts of bullshit with it, because even though an attorney can't make the client do anything, that high-powered attorney would have been like, based off of the evidence that's presented, based off of the countless witnesses, it was over 20 witnesses, they would have been like, hey man, take a plea deal. And then everybody wants to forget that everybody is offered some type of plea deal when you get arraigned. I know this from watching the University of Law and Order, all 25 seasons of it. And so the fact that his parents didn't even have his best interest in mind and used this situation to try to create an OJ / George Floyd / Trayvon Martin moment where they wanted to exploit him for clout and popularity, they set that boy up for failure, because he could have easily pled guilty, probably gotten voluntary manslaughter, and maybe would have gotten 10 to 15 years in prison instead of the full 35. The fact that, and I'm just going to take it with a grain of salt, allegedly the parents left and wasn't even with him when he got sentenced, that tells you everything that you need to know about it. But given the fact that, a good majority of the black collective want to die on this hill and try to say it's racism and that we need to support one another, it's like, bro, your hubris, your ego, and your pride. A lot of y'all do not have the emotional discipline to look at information with logic and clarity. And this is why y'all are in the situation that you're in now.
Boy. So we got to talk about a fascinating turn of events in the pro-blackly black world. These individuals are still boohoo-whining, crying about the Carmelo Anthony trial verdict. Carmelo financial gain. Take a look.
So now we're going to hear more. I forget this guy. I think he's the black conservative. I think. But I want to play the clips that he played. And, Sherry. From day one to the moment he was escorted to prison. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you know why? Okay, so high profile cases. Okay. Whether you're white, black, Hispanic, high profile cases. They want them out of there right away. So everything doesn't blow up. That's just the facts. Yes, he spent a night in jail and then was moved, right? In high profile cases, that is done all the time. It doesn't matter what race you are. Look at Scott Peterson, right? Uh, he was really zipped off right after, right? Because they did not want the powder cake to blow up. So you have to look at it. You got to take black out of it. You really do. You have to take white out of it. You have to take Hispanic out of it. And look at the facts. It emotions run high because that's how our brains think, right? I can't tell you to take emotions out of it, but that's a wrong statement. Okay. Yeah, I like the black conservative guy. He's pretty good. Okay, Hiram. He's all rolling. Are you rolling in the car or are you driving in the car? I'm learning all of these terms, okay? I'm starting to learn. Yeah, I didn't know any of these terms before YouTube. Jet followers still believe the guy that said there was a video that showed. Well, we're gonna kind of get into that in a news report. Shout out to Straight Shooter that sent me this news report. I have not gotten into Sarah yet. I will in the coming days. I wanna say that so bad because it's so funny. In the coming days. We'll have more information on that. Yeah. Hey, Jed, I'm gonna start using your terms. I'm just tootling here. Okay.
Karmelo parents and the sorry ass defense team is why he lost in court today. If you don't already know, Karmelo Anthony has been found guilty, and it's his parents and the defense team's fault. Now, he had enough money raised to hire one of the best lawyers in the country, but his parents mishandled the funds. They wanted to vlog and floss and, spend the money on other things. And they told you that they spent all of his money, and y'all donated even more. Right. What gets me about stuff like this is, now you pass over smaller families in the black community that ask for GoFundMe, donations to they're facing homelessness, they need a car, something like that. Y'all pass those up and tell them to pray about it. But Karmelo's parents spent his money. You donated more. I don't understand how y'all think, but it's not for me to understand whether you like it or not. He was found guilty, and that's the end of it. Austin's father, I think what really pushed it over is Austin's father not taking a completely right-wing agenda. He wasn't, pushing all the racist, pro-white things. He just said he's not racist. He doesn't want any of the pro-white people, trying to make it into a race issue. And he forgave him. So this white man who had a black man take his child away from him still held no malice in his heart. And I think that's what helped their case the most. My personal opinion. But his parents, like I said, had the ability to hire a lawyer and get a desirable verdict, but you make the mistake that most people make when they get money in their hand and they're not used to having none.
Free Karmelo Anthony, but I ain't gonna lie, folks' parents let him down, Tell me why they doing all this shit for money, gang. This is what I be saying about certain black people, bro. Shit be so fucking embarrassing and sad, gang. Cause motherfuckers will really leave you in the dust for money, gang. For money, gang. Your own family, your own people, gang. They'll leave you in the dust because of money. But it's still free Karmelo Anthony for, cause he still ain't deserve to do that many years in jail. But y'all know what's really going on, gang. Y'all know what the fuck is going on. You feel me? That's just sad as hell. I damn near fuck the parents, I ain't gonna lie. I support Karmelo Anthony, I'ma still want him out, but folks' parents is wrong as hell.
I want to say this to the Metcalf parents. If I have said anything that have hurt you, I ask for your forgiveness. Forgive me. I was in my feelings, I was in my emotions, and I was in my own ideology at that moment. And with that being said, I want to talk to the father, not the mother. When I look at this situation, the absence of the mother in front of the camera lets me know that's a grieving mother. And I want to tell you, Mr. Metcalf, I have no quarrels with you, sir. I initially agreed with you, as I do still agree with you. I did my best. I did my best. I heard you say it, and I made a call without hearing you say it. This is not about race. You have every right to be angry. You have every right to hate. And I'm telling black people, nobody have a right to be mad at you. You don't have a right to be mad at those parents. If we take us out of it and put those 2 kids back of it because we lost 2 children, we're arguing. We brought race into it. Black people introduced it. White people accepted it. From start to now, I've been trying to reject it. Why? It takes the focus off both children. I'm off the Karmelo Anthony case. I ain't putting no goddamn money toward that boy. His daddy too goddamn weak for me. I don't like a weak. Dad ain't willing to die, kill, or go to jail for nothing. That nigga want some bills paid. Karmelo, my heart go out to you if you ever see this video one day. I'd rather stand with the Jeff Metcalf than I would with Karmelo's daddy. It's weak, dockside, and conservative. I ain't standing with no weak-ass black man. I'm off the case. I'm sending the money back. Go get them weak-ass Benjamin Crump here. I'm out.
It has really been bothering me, wondering why Charleston White walked away from Karmelo Anthony's family when he was really intent and adamant about helping him. So I went digging, and I found why. Y'all, now I'm starting to feel bad for this little boy, because if your parents don't care for you in your greatest time that you need them the most, how the fuck y'all think this kid was raised? So what, you're in a 2-parent home, don't mean you're in a happy 2-parent home, don't mean both parents care about you, and they are really showing their true intentions right now when he is at his absolute lowest. Listen to Charleston White tell y'all why he walked away and why some of the top lawyers in this country will not touch this case. And it ain't got nothing to do with blackness. It ain't got nothing to do with his race. It's because his parents, they're messy, and they don't give a fuck about their kid.
I feel like I was being used for my influence and my connections and resources. When I tell you we raised over $1 million one day, privately, quietly, they wanted to start another GoFundMe. I said, no, I'm not doing the GoFundMe. They wanted to know, after we pay for the pill, will the money go to them? No. The extra money don't go back to you. It goes back to the people who gave it. It don't go to nothing else. The money is for the pill. So, going forward, I am no longer walking with, nor associated, or helping Karmelo Anthony. His daddy in the way. I don't like weak. I hate weak men. I'd rather stand with a strong daddy like that Metcalf man than his black weak father trying to play victim. Now your son's still living. Hug him, send him some books to read. I got the money. Let's start to work on the pill. Anything else don't make sense. Nigga, fucking wrong with you. So, myself, along with criminal defense mitigation specialist, Shannon Ross, along with attorney Mitch Nolte, we are removing ourselves. Mitch was never on the case, but Mitch said he's not taking the case. Mitch said he's not taking the case. Why? Too many hands involved. They're trying to bring too many black lawyers involved. We don't need blackness. We need righteousness. We need righteousness. We don't need blackness. So the daddy done rubbed me the wrong way. When I got an email from Mitch Nolte, one of the top attorneys, well, I didn't get the email. The email was forwarded to me. But if Mitch ain't in, and Mitch won't get in, and Mitch won't take it, it's something stinky about this. And I'm telling you, homie, everybody believes you playing for the money. And I'm starting to believe you using me for it. You want to get the money, but then disassociate yourself from me?
With this information, I look at this whole everything totally different. I feel like, in my personal opinion, the parents told him not to take the deal. that he could have did 7 years, did 3.5 and would have been home. Why? Because the moment he signed that deal, any money in any of them fundraisers, well, in the Give, Send, Go, because the GoFundMe was indeed canceled in return, but the Give, Send, Go was not. And see, they knew that the black community and all the people who were supporting them emotionally wasn't going to do the research and distinguish that there was two separate fundraisers. That one did get canceled, but the other one didn't. They depended on wordplay and played wordplay games and tricked everybody. I believe they told him not to take that plea deal, because if he took that plea deal, then in turn that fundraiser would have been cut off at that moment, and any funds that weren't used would have been returned to whoever sent it to him. This is nothing but a money grab to them. I don't know who is advising this family, but whoever is advising this family do not have their little boy best interest in heart.
Yeah. So it's amazing how it took all of this for some of these pro-blackity blacks. Like,
Oh, Status said it best. The race baiting industry is only capable of doing harm. It's true. What if, let me ask you something. What if Anthony had stabbed a black student? Would there be this outrage? It's like kind of serious question. What if Anthony was white and stabbed a white kid? Would there be this outrage? I don't think so. It's my personal opinion. Look, I have been called a racist by blacks, Hispanics, and white people. White people call me racist. Okay, okay. It's just a thing that's a mindset, and we have to break the cycle. We absolutely have to break the cycle. We have got to stop this race baiting for money, grifting off the pain of any race. Any race. What happened in the past in America, we can do nothing about, but make ourselves better and educate ourselves. Is there racism in America? Of course there is. There always will be to the end of time. Wyoming, I don't believe that the parents didn't care. Maybe just listen to bad advice. Well, y- Anthony had a chance at a plea deal. Nobody's talking about that, are they? He had a chance at a plea deal. The parents and whoever represented him, PR, whatever, gave him bad advice. If he had to have taken the plea deal, he might have gotten 7 years. Cut that in half, 3.5 years. Right? He would have been out. Right? This kid could have gotten 99 years in Texas. Um, when they made it about race, that's when the outrage came. That's what they do. This Williams woman, we're going to talk about her, not today. A fraud, a grifter. Okay, and I could prove it. And I will show, of course, as Conscious always does, black and white evidence, videos. Okay. Some people like her. Some people like Candace Owens, right? Some people like Charlie Kirk, right? That was a scandal. PSYOPs. It's the fate model. Okay, but I want to play this TV from CBS News in Texas.
The trial may be over, but the racial polarization among Americans on display outside the Collin County Courthouse continues.
Look at the effect, not just the effect here between the Metcalf family and the Anthony family. Look what it did, one, to those kids they have to live with. Two, it took on this huge, wider, let's have a race war throughout the nation.
Metcalf insists that his son had no racist motives when he approached Anthony about leaving a track team tent.
This case was never about race.
There's going to be those people now that just, try to throw shade on the whole trial with the jury makeup and the speed of it and that sort of thing. I mean,
well, those are the same people that said he was jumped by 4 people. His phone was broken. You're going to spin whatever story to try to keep yourself afloat.
Metcalf believes Anthony should have received a life sentence.
Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child. And I swear to God, CPS for sure checked on those other 3 that you still have. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted, baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny, I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left. And when asked, I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate, minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit? How about minister, fuck you? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine. And anybody else can, step up. Don't become kicking rocks in my backyard. Look in your own. The display of adults on the internet. If your children saw how you acted, would you be proud? Or is that what you teach them? Do you teach them that racism is okay? Do you teach them? Do you program your kids to hate, to kill? From day one, I said this was never about race. Please don't make it about race and don't politicize it.
You know what? I want to speak about that. Well, growing up, we were pretty much taught to have this animosity towards white people because of the racist past of this country. You just naturally have that animosity. And it's something that each black parent, a majority, I'm not going to say all black.
So this is the Hodge twins. Excellent show, and I will put it in the description because I'm sorry I didn't have that ready. But this is accurate. What they're gonna say. It's just accurate. You know?
Parents, but a majority of black parents teach it to their kids. And it's because what our parents went through. My parents grew up in the Jim Crow South, so they had a lot of trauma and they passed that on to us. Yeah, unknowingly, I think, but they should have made aware to us, hey, we had it rough growing up, but man, things have proved a lot. No, they doubled down and said, man, these white people are evil.
To hate, to kill. From day one, I said this was never about race. Please don't make it about race and don't politicize it. And what did you do? You chose both. The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and race. Don't get me wrong. We got a lot of people that embarrass me too. But you guys, you got a patent on that. And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. But you're going to blame the white person for every fucking thing else. I'm going to tell you right now. Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing. Drew Anthony, you're a and a coward. And you raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened. How many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, Brody? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, and Karmelo Anthony is a perfect example of that. Yeah, and so far, I agree with everything this man said. Everything. It's not one thing I disagree with. Yeah. Because everything he said is true, 100% true. Right.
Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
Hate to break it to you, but that's not racist. That's true. He's a felon, and everybody knows black people love watermelon. Yeah, well, that's how I know he's not racist. Right. He can't even be racist if he wanted to. I've been around racist people. I know when I see a racist person. And Mr. Metcalf here, that man don't have a racist bone in his body. Trust us, we grew up in the South. I know a racist when I see one. I can feel the aura off them. As soon as they look at you, like, damn, they're looking at you like they want to hang you. Yeah. He's responding because of all these dirty lies, all these accusations they're making about him and his family, calling his sons freaking bullies and whatnot, when Karmelo Anthony never had a scratch on him.
And he's just throwing what they're throwing at him for the most part. I mean, the things I've seen black people say it over the last 3 days. Oh man, it's just evil. And it's all lies. Yeah. And he's the one with a dead son. Right.
I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night, because he's going to have many nights to think about what the he did. I forgave him, so I don't carry the hate and the anger. How poetic justice is served. You just threw up a big softball and knocked it out of the park. Thank you for making it so easy for me. So you can live with your lie if you want to, but my truth is forever. Just like the fact your son is a convict and a killer. Forever. Forever is a long time. What's your master plan, Mr. Anthony? To use your son as income and soak up as much money playing victim to line your pockets and then abandon him when he's at sentencing or at victim impact? You just left him up there by himself? Amazing. Amazing. What?
Yeah, that goes to their character. Yeah. And they got all that money and they still got him a public defender. It just speaks to how broken black people's culture is. How do you stab and kill somebody at a track meet and then the black community embraces him? Yeah. Shows that there's a lot of evil in us. Yeah, in our culture. I don't even know if you can call it culture. I don't know what the hell it is. I'm starting to think it's genetic.
What about you, Drew? What kind of father are you? You want to talk about what kind of father? All right, let's talk about what kind of father you are. Let's talk about your arrest. Let's talk about your warrants. Oh, was it drugs? Coke? You did? Tell me some other. Let's pull it up, because I'm welcome every one of you to pull up my criminal history. Someone who tried to make up some bullshit saying I'm a sexual assault person. Guess what? If you're convicted of sexual assault in Texas, you have to register. Please check the registry. Please check my background in criminal history. It's not there.
And the lies they continue to spread about him and his family, and he's the one with the dead son. As far as the jury and the judge, I mean, the jury did their job, but the judge was too lenient. He should have life in prison. I know he's got to do at least 17 years before he's even the ability to receive parole, but I don't even think he should have that opportunity. He should spend the rest of his life in prison. To claim self-defense in that setting, at a high school track meet where there's teachers, it's staff. Hundreds of witnesses. Yeah, this didn't happen in some dark alley at 2 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. This happened at a public school event, and you're claiming that you felt your life was in danger? That's not true. It's gaslighting us. Yeah, and then you stab the kid in the chest and you don't have a scratch on you? Disproportionate use of force. Exactly. Life was never at risk. Everything, that whole defense is a lie. Hey, everybody, if you support what we do, don't forget how you can support the Hodge twins.
Yeah, make sure you check out Hodge Twins. And status. Yeah, somebody sent me that interview. I think is it the one Carmelo Anthony's family exposed after donations dry up? Is that the one you're talking about? It is, Saint. It is. And we really have to stop this uh baiting, race baiting. It it is destroying us, all of us. And you know, it makes white people afraid to talk about black crime. Because we don't want to appear racist. Hey, Carefree, good to see you. So white people are afraid to say certain words because it might offend a black person. But black people can say whatever they want about white people. It is this double standard, right? It's been this way. And I'm sorry, white people have been dumbed down to say, "Oh, don't say that word. Don't you dare do it. No, that's going to offend people." Why? It's only going to offend someone if it's true, or if you've been taught that it's offensive, right? Look, I've been called a racist. I don't even know how many times, and everybody knows I'm not racist. I don't care what color you are, what religion you are. It doesn't matter to me. It is your actions that speak to you. There's a term, we all bleed red, right? So why is this happening? Race baiting equals money. Money. That's it. You get people riled up in their feelings. TK Dumpster, good morning. You get people riled up in their feelings, and I think it's generational. Uh, People are gonna leave all kinds of nasty comments. I know they are. Uh, Go ahead, get your feelings out. Write a diary in my comments. It's okay, you know. Get your feelings out. Uh, but let's go to Officer Tatum, because it is. It's a money grab. This whole shit show is a money grab. And again, what if this was a black on black crime? Would there be this outrage? No, there wouldn't. Somehow we are normalizing this behavior and we have to stop. We just have to stop. This is a tiny channel. It's not going to reach a lot of people, but I'm going to say what I'm going to say anyways. Okay, Officer Tatum. I don't know how much I can play of him without getting hit with a copyright strike, but we'll give it a try. I'll put him in uh 1.25 speed. Here we go.
No, we were not. I was actually supposed to go to the track meet, but the weather was so bad. I just stayed home. It's like, Mama, don't come. Just stay home. And now, looking back on everything, I wish I was there. I regret not being there for my child.
Then why did you leave him at sentencing? And you have to look at behavioral patterns, right? You've got to look at, a lot of I'm not calling the Anthony family psychopaths. But if you look at serial killers, what's her name? Diane, oh gosh, white woman, uh, killed two of her three kids and said it was a black man that accosted her on the road. Well, that was a lie. Okay, she did it herself. Excuse me. She actually shot herself in the arm, right, and drove like 10 miles an hour to get her kids to the hospital because, she drove slow so that they would die on the way there. I am no YouTube is gonna plaster me for this live stream. Uh, yeah, saying we really have to learn. We have got to use critical thinking. Diane Downs, thank you so much, Wyoming. Diane Downs. And I'll probably do a clip of her so you can tell. Uh, and what was that one woman who uh, put the car in the water and drowned her kids, right? And she claimed it was a black. White people do it too. They blame black people for things that they've done, right? It's a two-way street. Both sides do it. If a white Diane Downs murdered two of her three kids, she tried to, murder all three of them, but one survived, right? And so, what did she do? Blamed a black man. A black man showed up at my car, right? Well, she did it, but she blamed a black person. We've got to stop this, and what I really want to show people is how to figure out the lies versus the truth, and how to identify when someone is lying in an interview and when they're telling the truth. So, take a moment. The Anthonys were in their BMW leaving the courthouse. Yeah. Was doing what she did my whole life. Take on this whole thing, whole killing changed. Words don't tell the story. Behavior tells the story. Exactly, Moxie, and good morning to you. Uh, and so white people use black people. Black people use white people. Susan Smith. Thank you, Carefree. Disgusting people. Pathological liars. psychopaths, uh, and we have to recognize these patterns so people could say, "Oh, wait a minute now." So let's get into Officer Tatum for a little bit. Don Lemon, yes, caught lying about the case, and he was called out on it. Um, nine, okay, 9 minutes and 16 seconds. Let me get it to that one. Okay.
They treat him on the Breakfast Club. I mean, will they have Austin Metcalf's dad on the Breakfast Club? I just wonder. I'm not saying that they won't, but will they? Because I think in a situation like this, both families need proper exposure. You know, I would support Carmelo Anthony's family, meaning that I wouldn't be so upset about them because I know your kids can do stuff. My daddy didn't raise me to do some of the stuff that I did, right? You know what I'm saying? That whooping was afoot, right? I was doing stuff, every kid do little stuff on the side. Stealing, trying to be gangster, you know, having gold teeth in my mouth and getting tats and fighting and doing stuff that my daddy and them didn't teach me to be that way. So your kid will depart at some degree. So I want to have sympathy for the family, but when y'all start talking about race, and that's where you lose me. A couple more clips, and then I'm going to get to Austin Metcalf's dad. Roll a clip.
What did Carmelo tell you happened that day at the track
Is
meet?
this right status?
I mean, he was sitting there seeing his friend. Once you get the reports and everything, he was actually his girlfriend's cousin invited him to the tent.
Mm-hmm.
So when they invited him to the tent, you know, just, hey, what's going on, such and such. It was raining. He sat there. Then next you know it, you had these two guys who approached him. Even seeing the video in court, it was like, I know y'all see this. I know y'all see this.
Yeah. Okay. Look at the position of the hands, the eyes, the mother. Okay. Is there a lot of emotion, or is this just play? Status, am I at the right spot here? Because this is 10 minutes and 53 seconds. Or maybe I'm at the wrong. Am I at the oh, Jasmine Crockett? Oh my gosh, what a nightmare. She's the biggest race baiter. Is this the right clip? Status? Exactly, Saint. Why do we do this to ourselves? Well, I have a clue. Okay. Money. Money. There's big money in racism. Uh, okay, so, a black person, feels, some kind of way because they, um, get checked. Their cart gets checked, right, at the check. I'll say Walmart, okay? Say Walmart. They feel offended because their cart is being checked because they're black. But hundreds of people get their carts checked. Because if you have something unbagged in your cart, okay, they're gonna check it to make sure you paid for it. The title is correct that I typed. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Let me go back. Status. Don Lemon caught. Okay. Let me take that off the screen. Let me put that up so people could see that. Okay. Let me get to that one. It's probably a video. Oh, shoot. It was just on there. Man, Officer Tatum, you make a lot of money. That's why I always take off the window view, because, I don't want people to see how much people are making off of YouTube.
Well, they're saying that
Okay. Here we are. Because I have a nifty little program, I click on somebody's YouTube page and they tell me how much you're making. Damn, Officer Tatum, you're making some bucks. What words? Did the mods catch the weirdo in the chat? I don't know. I don't know, TK. This chat, our chat? We don't want weirdos here. We don't want troublemakers here. Why isn't my cat black? I know. Well, because I picked out a pin for the program, and it came out white. Professor Cat. Yeah, little bitch, you. I'm a racist. I've got a white cat. It's an avatar. Would you rather have me a rainbow rooster llama? I got one of those too. Okay, 9 minutes and 16. Okay, let's where am I? Can't see it. Oh, it's a short clip by him. Does it even go to that far? No, it doesn't. Oh, okay. Let me try to play it here.
Well, they're saying that they struck the 3 black jurors, but yeah, it was an all-white jury. And again, the 17-year-old and 35 years.
It was not an all-white jury. Stop it. It was not. Yeah, the rainbow rooster with the llama head. I know. Maybe the next time I'll put that on her. It was not an all-white jury. Stop it with the lie. It wasn't. Rita, good morning. It just wasn't. Status, you could, this is the right one. I hope Don Lemon caught lying about the Carmelo Anthony case and gets called out. I hope this is the one. Okay.
And it just doesn't sit right with me. Austin Metcalf got life. His life is gone. He will never come back. So what is a fair balance thing when you take a person's life? Before we get back to the show, I want to tell you guys about Synergy. If you're tired of energy drinks that's...
Okay. I don't do, energy drinks. I just kind of do, natural.
I call them Neanderthals. I almost said the N-word. Y'all better watch out. All right, here is the stupidest comedian to ever live and the weirdest black man to ever live. Both of them on the same podcast. Listen to what D.L. Hughley said.
Well, they're saying that they struck the 3 black jurors. On purpose. Yeah. I have 2 attorneys coming up that are going to talk about that. But yeah, it was an all-white jury. And again, death is tragic, as you said. Sure. Nobody's wishing anything upon, anything bad upon the family of sadly, the young man who died. But you have kids. You 17-year-olds make horrible decisions. Right. I'm not saying that they should not be held accountable in some way for what they do. But a 17-year-old and 35 years, it just doesn't sit right with me.
We got another clip coming up. Who's to say 35 years to a 17-year-old is excessive when you murdered somebody? Because Austin Metcalf got life. His life is gone. He will never come back. So what is a fair balance thing when you take a person's life? To be quite honest, you deserve to get your life taken, meaning that you should spend the rest of your life in prison because you took his life. You took his whole life. You didn't injure him. You didn't just maim him. You didn't cripple him. You killed him. He died. He's never coming back.
Right.
And you say 35 years is that's subjective.
Right, and he'll do half that time. But he was offered a plea deal. It was not an all-white jury. Stop it with that stupid crap. Guys, good evening. I love it when you do that, eyes. It's not an all-white jury. Wyoming, what was it? 6 Hispanics, I think, and 6 white, I think. But the reason there wasn't any black jurors was because they answered the questions. I don't think I can convict a black brother. What are you doing? Well, what are you doing? And are they afraid if they were on the jury, saw the evidence and said, yes, uh, uh, we're going to convict him because the evidence shows he did it. Oh, and then what are they going to do? The black community is going to go against them because they're black and they convicted a black man. Stop it. Let the evidence take over. It's just coffee is mine too, Sherry. Everybody knows I love my coffee. Asian, Indian, and Hispanic. Thank you, Wyoming. Thank you so much. It wasn't all white. Okay, I'll play a little bit more.
If somebody killed your kid, how many years you think they should get? Probably the rest of their life. I think these people wouldn't be so compassionate if it was their kid. All right, come on with it. Let's play another D.L. Hughley clip, and this is the worst one of all the clips that I've heard thus far. Roll the clip.
Listen, if you asking me, I don't think that all white people should be able to do anything in secret at all. I don't think they should have. I don't think they should be able to have drapes or curtains. Everything should be clear because anytime.
What?
Let me tell you something. When it's all white people in secret, it's bad for everybody. I think that striking those jurors that were black was for a reason.
This is how ignorant and stupid this is, real quick.
It is. And my jaws, I have to pick it up off the floor. That's just dumb. White people should have their curtains open so everybody can see in. Uh, don't do you think there's white crime? I mean, yeah, do you think look, California, do you remember the two guys that robbed the bank and they were all dressed in gear and had all kinds of weapons and body armor from head to toe, and the police didn't know how to handle them and they shot a whole bunch of people and you know, juries are secret. It's why it's a jury. You know, it doesn't matter what color you are. It's a ridiculous race baiting dumb, 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 dumb. I'll say it. It's dumb. And you have people like this that, why are they on TV? Why are they on TV? To make money. Why are they on YouTube? To make money. You know, there's a reason the Black Panthers didn't show up until after the trial in Texas, because they knew what would happen if they showed up beforehand. Yeah, did anybody catch that? Hey, Deanna. To my understanding, the three that weren't on the jury were teachers and educators. Ah. Look, what of our children being taught in school these days? Yeah, you have the liberal leftists, you have the radical Republicans on the right, and they're just spinning their rhetoric and causing chaos. For what? To keep everybody off kilter. If you keep everybody off kilter, it's like you can't live an honest, straightforward life because your emotions just take right over and you don't have critical thinking. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this. This is dumb.
And then we're going to get to the super chat and then also a couple meltdowns. To allude to the fact that every white person is a bad person is crazy to me.
Ludicrous.
To believe that every black person that was selected would have been perfect is also crazy. So you're telling me that every black person is the same? And these people talk out of both sides of their head, and it's stupid both ways. Because they did have black people who were eyewitnesses who said Karmelo was wrong. And somehow you erase that from reality and say if there were black people on the jurors, as jurors,
right,
that they would have all said something completely opposite.
Right.
I would argue the witnesses said it. I think black people should be reasonable human beings. They would also have found the same thing that white people found because they're operational, functional brains. But what we have found is that a lot of black people, according to some of the statements that these black people are saying, they'll get on the jury and try to get the boy off. That's the reason why they will get on the thing.
Right.
All right, let's get to the super chat real quick, and then we're going to go to his attorney friend or something like that. I don't know.
So, this is what I don't get. All right, say it was a white kid that stabbed a white kid. Okay. Let's reverse this. And there are black people on the jury and no whites. It would have the same effect. Would there be white people out there protesting and having an outrage? I don't think so. I don't. Maybe a few. Yeah, that could be. Maybe a few. We have got to get past this chaos that is designed to separate us. Politicians use it all the time. All the time. Politicians use race to divide us. And it is up to us individually to say no. To say no. Yeah, I will, status. Thank you. We are all not the same. We can't think the same. We have got to teach our children better. Okay, go ahead.
Idiot that they hired messed their whole case up, to be honest. Super chat, I think it's Ellie or Ella. How you say that? Ellie? L-E-I, L-E-A? L-E-A 90. It says, black
He
teacher
usually
here.
does,
These
status.
grifters would argue with a stop sign. Karmelo was wrong. My black students were just as entitled as he was. God dang. You know, let me say something real quick.
It is
we got a couple super chats.
Wyoming.
Let me say something just real quick. My stepmother was in education for, I don't know, 30 years in all black community, inner city kids. She dedicated her life to supporting all that comes with that.
Hey.
And I've heard stories, and not necessarily from, you know, her many of the kids that she had done, you know, that helped and was teaching, that were in middle school. But like, let me not put words in her mouth and say nothing, because I don't want to get into it. But when people say that the community has a big problem,
good morning.
it's real. Some of these kids' parents don't love them enough to teach them nothing. Because money ain't got nothing to do with you acting right. You can be hungry and still teach your kid right from wrong.
Right.
It has gotten worse. Let me give y'all an example. I grew up in Fort Worth, Texas. Anybody live in Fort Worth know what I'm talking about. I grew up in Fort Worth, Texas. Way back when I was young, Crowley, ISD was very young. The community called Crowley was an up-and-coming middle-class community, at least where we lived at. And Crowley High School, North Crowley High School, was a very brand new high school. I think it had been only open 4 years. When me and my brother lived with my dad, we were going to that school. I saw firsthand, they brought the projects in across the railroad tracks. That place went from a middle-class neighborhood where you walk your dogs and it's all peaceful and it's a mixture of black, mostly white people, to a hood. School cutting up. That school used to be after school program. You go do that school program. They teach you, they get your homework done. It was all safe, no real fight.
Do they have after school program? I know they do in our schools here where I live, after school projects. Do they have them now? I want to pause to read the comments. Suicidal empathy. Well, yeah, I mean, we all get to increase family units in Christianity. That is going to save us, all races. Amen to that, Carefree. And my brother in Christ, I asked him to please do a video for me. And he's going to do it. And I'm going to play it before every live stream. Because we have to stop. We've got to stop listening to these race baiters. And that's exactly what they are. And they only do it for the money. Have you ever, black, white, Hispanic, anything, have you ever noticed one of these activists, whore? Have you ever seen one that is race baiting? spewing out hatred. Have you seen any of them pour? Please let me know because I haven't, and quite frankly, I have not. Uh, oh, you went to Catholic school, TK? My mother did too. Uh, well, she wanted to be a nun. I wouldn't be here, and people would be so happy if I wasn't here. Look at Dalton. Dalton was predominantly all white, right? A thriving community. And I'm not saying this to be white against black, okay? And now it's predominantly black. What is happening to Dalton? I wouldn't go that far. What's status say? Uh, okay, you are a national treasure. Oh, he's talking to Sherry. We have got to have critical thinking, and that's what we're going to do on the show. But let's see what Officer Tatum.
Fights and stuff at the school. It's crazy. I heard North Crowley crazy. Teachers crazy. And football good though. They won a state championship. Basketball good. Sports good. But the
Right.
community then went down. And y'all still out here acting like nothing is wrong. Okay, super chat from Dolores. Howdy from Mr. Metcalf. I said howdy for what is that? Oh, hooray for Mr. Metcalf. He has gone through so much, and I don't disagree. I'd be mad as he was. All right,
Yeah.
let's get to his lawyer who's silly, or not lawyer, but it's a family advocate who's silly. Roll the clip.
Oh.
When you see me escort Carmelo Anthony out there against security advice or whatever it may be, it's because Carmelo is all of our babies. You know, Nick, I had to leave yesterday because.
All right, let's get to the next clip. He ain't my baby. I get it, but he ain't my baby. I'll sum this up for you. The NAACP and these stew heads are all making a fuss about this thing, and they had a
Yeah, and Jed is saying it. He's our son. No, he's not. No, he's not. And this woman, oh, we're going to take a deep dive into this woman right here. This old race baiter here. Talking about a modern day lynching. No, Carmelo is not your baby. He's not your son. He has parents. Stop it. Just because he's black doesn't mean he's your son. If it was a white kid, white people wouldn't be saying, I'm sorry, I'm saying it. People don't like it when I say this. I sure as hell wouldn't be calling him my son. I would be saying, convict the little bastard. It's just, it is sickening, carefree. What about Jewish mumblings? I'm so sorry. Jewish Muslims. That's another thing. With religion, right? Look, Jewish do not recognize Jesus as the Christ. Okay? Okay. That's their teaching, right? Christianity, the Muslims, Islam, right? All of this, and I mean all of it, is race baiting. Or shall we call it religious baiting? Anything that you see is chaos, it's by design. Just to get money, just to get people enraged so they stop their critical thinking. Okay, status. I'm going again.
all this crazy stuff to say. Let's get to the next clip.
Oh, where's the other clip? Oh, okay. Well, I guess he didn't play that woman. They said it's a modern day lynching. We've encountered a lot of information about her, and we will be putting it on the show as soon as we can put it. There's so much information on this Matthews woman. It is unbelievable, her history. Unbelievable. And she's just a race baiter for money. That's all there is to it. Miss George, good morning. It's so good to see you. We have got to let me play the Fate model again. I know you're probably sick of it.
So the first thing you need to know is following the FATE model: focus, authority, tribe, and emotion. This is what triggers the mammalian part of our brain that makes all of our real decisions. The first part is focus. PsyOps always aim to hijack your attention with repetition, shocking visuals of fear-inducing scenarios. Some examples are like 24/7 media coverage of a crisis or constant repetition of terms like unprecedented. So with this, pause and ask, why is this message being pushed so aggressively? So compare how much airtime different stories are receiving and note any disproportionate focus. The second part here is authority. Trusted figures might shift their tone or positions unnaturally to support the narrative. So watch very closely for expert panelists or endorsements where authority figures might speak outside of their expertise. Pay close attention to that one. Then we have tribe. So messages that polarize opinions or create stark in groups versus out groups or exploit our tribal instincts. For example, labeling groups as patriots versus traitors or scientific versus deniers. Be very careful when you hear that language. Finally, we have emotion. So be wary of any communication that triggers strong emotions like fear, hope, or outrage without any clear, verifiable evidence. So emotional responses suppress critical thinking. Emotional responses suppress critical thinking.
And that is absolutely 100%. Emotional responses suppress critical thinking. We have to think. We have to think about the crime, why it was done, what the jury heard. Now, I did promise you the day one. I think I clicked it, but let me see if I go. I'm gonna put it in the link because let's see, let me find it. There are so many channels. Let me show my screen here. There we go. Oh, cat, get out of the way. There we go. There are so many channels that are covering the trial, right? Oh, very good, Saint. We will get together. So, and instead of me pulling out just one, I'm just gonna leave you with all of these. Okay. And all you have to do is type in Karmelo Anthony trial day 1, and that will hit the target. You can this must be the judge. Okay. It's going to tell you everything, okay, on it. And everybody's reactions, right? But there's a stark difference between the way black people are covering it and white people covering it. The very stark difference. Some, like Officer Tatum, get it right. He doesn't care about race. Right? Those are the channels that you want to watch. The channels that give you the facts, not emotion. I feel sorry for Carmelo. I do. I feel sorry for the Metcalf family. I do. And it has nothing to do with race. You have got to take race out of this or you're just going to be lost. You're going to be fighting people for no reason. No reason at all. There's just no reason for it. Just because you've been taught to hate black people. You've been taught to hate white people. You've been taught to hate Hispanic people for whatever reason. It doesn't matter your color. It matters what you do with your life. That's what matters. And I am going to get ready for another long episode going through Jedediah Brown's past. Okay, and going through all of his antics. Why am I doing it? To teach people how to look out for people. I am going to meet with some people to dissect this Dr. so-called Dr. Williams and present it in a way that people can understand it and why she is race baiting. But remember, the Black Panthers did not come in until after the trial, and there's a reason for it. Okay, so I'm going to get ready for another Jed live stream that will be long to learn from his antics. And then we're going to get to Jeffrey Dahmer, right? Diana Downs, Charles Manson, Jim Jones, to compare the antics of cult leaders, race baiters, people that just lie for money. That's all it is. Money. It's all people, not all people care about. Most of us, we just want to live. All we want to do is live a normal, safe life and be happy. This channel is going to teach you how to do that. So I'll see you in a little bit as soon as I get that fixed up and ready to go. And it'll be a long live stream. I'm sorry.